I teach is that I imagine, like I raise my kids like this. If a child wants ice cream, these are two things parents will do. They'll say, no, you can't have ice cream, and the child will be upset, and they stop being upset. And the child will just suppress their desires, their motivation, and suppress their emotions inside and become less fully open. Their aliveness will go down a little notch. And the Beatles had said you can get high without crashing if you learn to meditate. So they had gone off to this guru in India, Maharishi, of the TM movement. Who does TM or has done TM? Just a few of you. Brilliant technique for beginners on meditation. I would highly recommend it to anybody at any age, a wonderful technique.
I have been doing this stuff since I was a kid, and I remember making faces, my favorite one of which is this guy. And I'm here to tell you that you can do this face and get immediate service in any restaurant in the world. You can, because you can just go in and go, hey, who do I need to have sex with in order to obtain a cocktail? So glad to be here, and I want to commend all of you for digging deep, because I know this was a high-dollar event, and it obviously means that you have a regard for yourself as a high-dollar item, or you wouldn't be here. Plain and simple, you wouldn't be here. So this is not a cost. This is an investment. It's an investment in you. It's an investment in how you feel now. It's an investment in your pure potentiality and where you're headed with your life, effective immediately.
So that was 48 years ago that I started, and so 64 first-round draft picks in football, and 35 in baseball, and the very first pick in the first round of football 8 years, and 12 players in the Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States. Pretty good job. Oh my God.
I don't know if that's the right version. Is that the right version? Yeah, that one's Taylor music. I think that one's Hail to the King, but whatever. That's the UK version.
There is a man, his name is Trump. He kicked my baby brother's rump. It's true. Donald called Jeb low energy. That hurt Jeb's feelings. He had to go home and take a nap. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
I want to welcome my buddy Ramy Al-Batrawi to the stage. Ramy!
So I'll speak about what I do know, which is more on the business side and success and what it takes to succeed, because I wrote that Can You Really Think and Grow Rich, because I read Think and Grow Rich when I was 12 years old, about 20 times, decided to leave home, and it was my Bible. I was young enough and dumb enough to believe everything that book had to say, so I thought, okay, if I did everything that book said, I know I'll get anything I want out of life, and which was really surprising that it really did work. I did. so if you ignore what the rest of the world has to say and that pollutes your mind, that says you're limited, you can't do this or do that, or get rid of all the criticism everybody says, which one of the biggest fears I think George says is people are afraid of other people's criticisms. It's because I was thinking about it all the time. How do I rebuild? How do I build that money back? All these things, I was able to notice all those opportunities. So the first thing you have to do is first decide what you want, and not with any limits, or not with anybody that kind of criticizes you or says, oh, your family says, oh, just be happy, get a regular job, it's more secure, don't work for yourself, don't take the risk. look at where they're at and see who's giving you the advice before you take that advice.
Distractions. That's okay. Distractions. So if I'm doing a show or I'm doing what I'm doing now and there's an interruption, just like that, or like the white balance sheet being put behind his back, the communication is disrupted. The cell phone comes out. The communication is disrupted. What happens in a play or in a movie, let's say you're watching a film, Top Gun Maverick, huge blockbuster, right? And the phone rings, and the film's going, and you don't stop it. And you're like, oh, and then you're looking up, you're like, wait a minute, what just happened? You have now missed a section of that film. You've missed a piece of that communication, a piece of that storyline, a piece of that business meeting. And it's going to take you another section to catch up.
When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong.